Right now, why hundreds of people are voicing their opposition to a new proposed apartment complex right on Lake Mendota. Plus, it's official, the CDC signs off on vaccinations for children as young as 5 years old when your kids can start to get the shot. And later, a historic discovery pulled from the bottom of Lake Mendota. The story behind this 1,200-year-old piece of wood. News 3 Now at 10 starts right now. Thank you for joining us. There is a proposal on the table tonight to build a large apartment complex in Middleton right by Lake Mendota at the site of the old Captain Bill's restaurant. The complex would require municipal approval, something people opposed to the building fear is all but certain. And tonight, that group of people is pushing back against the proposal. In fact, around 700 people have already signed a petition saying they don't want the four-story complex to be built. Brad Hamilton reports.
No matter the size, a brand new apartment complex is the last thing that Susan Gruber wants to see in her neighborhood.
We have enough apartments in Middleton.
Gruber is one of at least 700 people who signed a petition against the four-story, 65-unit apartment complex along Lake Street.
This needs to be a park. It needs to be a public spot. Middleton does not have a restaurant on the lake.
Petitioners are also worried about the traffic and the site's location near a former gas station, which was closed due to contamination. Now, Middleton City Planner Mark Opitz says that experts considered all of that and doesn't think that it would stop construction if the council approves the project.
Based on the feedback they got at the hearing, the Plan Commission wasn't swayed by the concerns that the project would be detrimental to the environment.
Opitz also pointed out that originally, developer Tim Carey planned for the complex to be 7 stories high, but community pushback has led to a scaled-back 4-story proposal.
The height of the structure is comparable to the height of a building that's within a few hundred feet of the property. So it's not, we don't think the project's going to stand out and be harmful to the environment or to the surrounding neighborhood.
Gruber disagrees and says, really, there's no compromise that would change her mind.
I really have no hopes that the city will listen to the people that signed the petition and that use this area and the lake.
Gruber also wanted to make mention that no matter what council ultimately decides, she's going to be staying put because simply Middleton is home. Tonight, Middleton City Council did pass the initial rezoning phase of this potential project by a final tally of 6-1. A second and final vote for approval will take place in 2 weeks.
Brad, thank you. And as soon as tomorrow, some 28 million American children between the ages of 5 and 11 could begin receiving a COVID-19 shot. This evening, the director of the CDC signed off on Pfizer's pediatric vaccine. That is the last step needed before the shots can be administered.
The risk is too high and too devastating to our children, and far higher than for many other diseases for which we vaccinate children.
More than 67,000 American children under age 17 have been hospitalized for COVID infection since August of 2020. A recent survey shows only 27% of parents say they will vaccinate their kids right away. 1/3 say they will wait and see how it goes. Hospitals in Madison are beginning to receive their first shipments of the pediatric vaccine. SSM Health sent us these videos this afternoon. Officials say the vials come in ultra-cold shipping containers, but can be stored in regular refrigeration for up to 10 weeks. Let's get a look at our certified most accurate forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
It was a nice fall day today. Temperatures a little bit below normal, but all in all, it wasn't that bad. The time lapse from the Edgewater Sky Cam in downtown Madison shows bright sunshine for much of the day. Those fair weather cumulus clouds popping up in the afternoon, but as we got towards sunset, skies started to clear out again, and skies are mostly clear tonight. In fact, as we check out the live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam, skies are clear. You can see some light snow showers downwind from Lake Superior, and on the other side of Lake Michigan, lake effect snow is starting to come into play as the lake waters remain warm and the temperatures cool down over land. High temperatures today only in the middle 40s through much of southern Wisconsin, lower 40s to the east of Madison. And as you check out temperatures right now, they're actually falling off pretty quickly. They're mainly in the upper 30s, a few places into the mid-20s as you head up toward Camp Douglas. And by tomorrow morning, I think here in Madison we'll be down to about 23 degrees. Look for partly sunny skies and a chilly day tomorrow with a high of 43. But a warm-up's on the way for the weekend. I'll tell you what we can expect in just a few minutes.
But out of the hundreds of people that came to Kenosha during that week, the hundreds of people that were out on the streets that week, the evidence will show that the only person who killed anyone was the defendant, Kyle Rittenhouse.
He acted in self-defense, ladies and gentlemen. The evidence will show that his actions on August 25th of 2020 were reasonable under the circumstances as they existed that night.
Day one of the highly anticipated trial of Kyle Rittenhouse is officially in the books. The prosecution's first witness, the man who purchased the rifle used in the attack. Kristen Barbaresi was in the courtroom today.
Tuesday started with opening statements, the state painting Rittenhouse as a vigilante who killed unarmed men. The defense countered and said Rittenhouse was attacked and acted in self-defense. They also indicated Rittenhouse will take the stand. But first, the state is presenting its case. Day one of testimony, Kyle Rittenhouse appeared calm, taking notes, even laughing with his attorneys. First on the stand for the state, Dominic Black, who was dating Rittenhouse's sister at the time. On the night of the shootings, Black says he and Rittenhouse went to defend businesses from rioters. Both were armed with AR-15s.
Did you ever see anyone actually injured as a result of any of this violence that you've talked about?
No.
Did you see anyone shoot at anyone else?
No.
Did you ever consider using your gun to shoot at anyone?
No.
Black says he was not with Rittenhouse when the shootings happened, but met up with him shortly after.
He was freaking out. He was really scared. He was pale, sweating a lot. You could tell he was just scared.
Did he say anything?
He wasn't really talking. He just said he had to do it. It was self-defense. People were trying to hurt him.
Black is charged with buying the gun Rittenhouse used, but says he did not get a deal in exchange for his testimony. On cross-examination, the defense pressed Black about why he let Rittenhouse take the gun in the first place.
He walks out of the house with an AR-15, and you don't say boo, correct?
I didn't say anything, correct?
Because you wanted him to have the gun for protection.
Not that reason exactly.
You wanted a gun for protection?
Yes.
Black was on the stand for about 2 hours. The state also called an FBI agent who did aerial surveillance that night, and Corey Washington, who was live streaming on Facebook during the shooting. Reporting in Kenosha, Kristen Barbaresi, News 3 Now.
The trial is expected to take 2 to 3 weeks. News 3 Now and Channel3000.com will have continuing coverage throughout. And a developing story tonight, Edgewood High School's undefeated and top-seeded football team has been disqualified from the WIAA tournament just days ahead of their round 3 playoff game. The Division 4 bracket now shows Kewaskum facing second-seeded Columbus Friday night. This is video from last week when Kewaskum lost to Edgewood, but that game is now being declared a forfeit. Edgewood says it was notified by the WIAA of an alleged eligibility violation and has filed an immediate appeal. Governor Tony Evers is calling on Republican lawmakers to take up debate on the finalized redistricting maps he shared this morning. The governor, along with members of the nonpartisan People's Maps Commission, detailed those maps during a press conference at the Capitol. Late last month, state Republicans introduced their own maps that the governor said completely missed the mark.
Somehow Republicans prepared gerrymandered maps that some have described even more gerrymandered than the ones that are in existence at this point in time. If I had to grade homework, it'd be an F.
Governor Evers threatened to call a special legislative session if lawmakers didn't meet to consider the maps. For a breakdown of how the remapping process works, we have a story right now on Channel3000.com. Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett appearing virtually before a U.S. Senate committee today as he prepares to enter the next phase of his career as the U.S. ambassador to Luxembourg. The committee did not vote on his confirmation. Instead, Barrett took questions from senators about Luxembourg's role in China's infrastructure project, space programs, and addressed concerns the country could become a location for money laundering. Barrett said a financial task force, which serves as a global money laundering watchdog, will be in Luxembourg next month.
I intend, if I am confirmed, to look very carefully at what the Financial Action Task Force recommendations are and then work with the Luxembourg government to make sure those become a reality.
If the Senate confirms Mayor Barrett's confirmation as ambassador, he will resign as Milwaukee mayor. At that point, the Common Council president, Cavalier Johnson, will become the acting mayor. Las Vegas Raiders wide receiver Henry Ruggs III is facing a felony charge of DUI resulting in death following a fiery crash that killed one person this morning. Two cars were involved, a Toyota RAV4 and a Chevrolet Corvette, which police say Ruggs was driving. According to Metro Police, a preliminary investigation shows Ruggs' car rear-ended the Toyota, killing one person inside. Ruggs remained on the scene and showed signs of impairment. The 22-year-old was the Raiders' first pick of the 2020 NFL Draft. He played for the University of Alabama. Some incredible video tonight from Lee County, Florida, when a high-speed chase comes to an unexpected conclusion. It starts with authorities pursuing the driver of an allegedly stolen van on a bridge when suddenly the vehicle swerves erratically and crashes. As officials arrive, the suspect exits the vehicle and then does a diving flip off the 5-story bridge into the river below. A short while later, a Fort Myers Marine unit arrived on scene and took that man into custody. The sheriff's office shared the video on social media, saying he may not have earned a gold medal for his high dive, but he did find himself in hot water. The National Transportation Safety Board says the wreckage of a cargo plane crash in Hawaii has been recovered more than 4 months after it went down. The plane crashed off Oahu in July. Both flight recorders have been recovered. Investigators say the fuselage broke into 2 pieces and both engines separated from the wings as soon as the plane hit the water. The Boeing 737 cargo plane crashed on July 2nd when its engines failed shortly after takeoff. Only 2 pilots were on board and they both survived. And check this out. It's a pretty amazing discovery pulled from Lake Mendota today. The Wisconsin Historical Society says this may be the oldest completely intact water vessel known in Wisconsin. It is a wood canoe. Experts say it is around 1,200 years old, dating back to 800 AD. The canoe was raised from a depth of about 30 feet with the help of the Dane County Sheriff's Office dive team. It was transported to the state's Archive Prevention Facility and placed into a custom-built storage vat containing water and a biodeterrent to prevent the canoe from breaking apart. It will be preserved over the course of the next 3 years before it can be put into a museum. Still to come tonight, a fan favorite restaurant is testing a new recipe after 30 years of success. Plus, how public health officials are working to catch up with their pre-pandemic work. We'll have that story coming up next.
When you've been injured, we understand life gets tough. At Gruber Law Offices, your first call is free. Your first consultation is free. Stuck at home or in the hospital? We'll come to you for free. Call Gruber Law Offices now. We don't get paid until you do.
Update your home's exterior and protect your home with Atlas Roofing from Menards. Castlebrook shingles add value to your home and are available in 7 colors with a limited lifetime warranty. Save 11% on Castlebrook shingles. Update your garage with a new Chamberlain garage door opener. They offer innovative high-tech features and security to make it easy for home and garage access. Get 11% off Chamberlain garage door openers at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Introducing the best deal in mobile. Unlimited on 2 or more lines for just $29.99 a line. All on a nationwide 5G network that provides the best overall experience and reliability. Call 844-677-2999.
Unlimited for $29.99. This offer's going to take off.
We changed the rules when we introduced mobile with no contracts, no added taxes, and no hidden fees. And now we're doing it again, making it easier to get unlimited for less with our best deal ever. Get unlimited from Spectrum Mobile for just $29.99.
That's amazing.
It's the best deal in mobile.
Join the millions who've switched to get the best deal in mobile. Unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included for just $29.99 and save up to 60%. Call 844-677-2999. Click SpectrumMobile.com or visit a store near you.
I have worked at Huffcore for the last 36 years.
Huffcore, closing the plant, moving production to Mexico.
I gave my life and my body to that place. Ron Johnson pushed through a tax law that rewards outsourcing. Companies can bring profits back from Mexico tax-free. And we're First, Ron Johnson profited personally from outsourcing. He has doubled his wealth since taking office. Tell Ron Johnson to stop putting his profits above our jobs.
If you've been injured in a truck crash, call Gruber Law Offices. Trucking law can be extremely complicated. There are specific rules and regulations that apply, and we know what it takes to win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hi, folks. Tomorrow morning, we visit a local nonprofit marking 50 years helping seniors stay active and connected, and answer our question of the day for a chance to win 2 coffee mugs.
And more clouds are looking to move in on Wednesday. We'll tell you what you need to know from 4:30 to 7.
You are watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Welcome back. Chipotle is experimenting with a new chicken recipe for the first time since opening nearly 30 years ago. The new pollo asado is seasoned with a dry rub of spices, then seared on a grill and finished with garlic, chili peppers, and fresh squeezed lime. It is being tested at 95 restaurants in Ohio and California. Well, Amazon is lifting a mask mandate for fully vaccinated workers in its warehouses. The online retailer says starting today, vaccinated warehouse employees do not have to wear a face covering unless it is required by federal, state, or local law. The company said in a statement the adjustments to its safety measures is to, quote, prioritize the health and safety of employees. The saying, all press is good press, doesn't exactly apply to Grace Coffee this fall. A Wisconsin State Journal investigation last month found the quickly expanding business was slapped with a number of health violations. Christina Laurie spoke with the owners and public health to get a sense of what happened and what's being done, but she also found public health has some adjustments to make of its own.
Grace Coffee co-owners Nikki Bloomer and Carlos Falcon admit rapid growth can come with growing pains.
We went from 700 square feet, little store on State Street, to 7,000 square feet, our most recent store that we opened in Verona.
As the Madison-based company expanded from 1 store in 2019 to 6 stores today, so did its problems. But Bloomer says she was caught off guard when public health citations started piling up.
The Grace Coffee on East Washington, they had the most priority violations with 11. They also had 8 additional violations that fall under the other category. It's not unusual for businesses to receive, citations.
But this many is rare. Inspectors cited Nikki and Carlos for a range of concerns, from not training staff on proper hand washing to complaints that employees had picked fruit flies off pastries and sold them.
Not to knock the health department, but they've been they haven't been around the last 2 years during the pandemic, and it's almost like when people needed them the most.
When this kind of thing happens, we do have the systems in place to deal with it.
But like many operations, that system has fallen behind during the pandemic. From July to November of last year, Public Health Madison and Dane County suspended all routine inspections. Usually, they'd inspect a new business like Grace within a year of opening.
Those folks that had gone the longest time without a touch from us, those were the ones that we were prioritizing.
After major delays, only now is public health getting back on that schedule. And Nikki and Carlos intend to get back on track themselves. What are the biggest changes you've made?
Yeah, so this is a moment of growth, like a moment of learning and a moment that realizing what we do.
In Madison, Christina Laurie, News 3 Now.
For some business owners, that system includes bringing in a third-party company to have a second set of eyes, ensure they're always following health guidelines and ready to ace any inspection. Grace is new to this idea, but like a local grocery giant, it is one of the biggest changes they've made. We'll have that part of the story tomorrow night. And here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with our first WARN forecast.
It was a nice day today, but temperatures were cool. As we take a look at the time-lapse from the WISC Skycam, we had bright sunshine for the morning. Those fair weather cumulus clouds popped up in the afternoon, and even those started to dissipate as we headed towards sunset. And skies are mainly clear now. As we check out 3 things you need to know in the forecast. One more chilly day for tomorrow with high temperatures in the lower 40s, but will be mild by this weekend and for most of next week. High temperatures should be in the middle 50s by Saturday and be in the mid to upper 50s at least through Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Dry weather is expected through Tuesday, but rain chances start to return Tuesday night, and we'll see pretty good chances for showers, maybe even a few isolated thunderstorms on Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Tonight, still some winter weather advisories, including Vilas County up around Eagle River into the western portion of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and then areas east of Marquette, Michigan for about 2 to 5 inches of snow. Doppler track shows some lake effect snow showers making their way into far northern Wisconsin and the western third of upper Michigan, as well as areas east of Marquette. But the rest of Wisconsin pretty much precipitation free. There are some rain and snow showers on the other side of Lake Michigan as well. Lakes are warm this time of year compared to the land. Temperatures are already in the 30s here, but the lake water temperatures are still in the 40s to lower 50s. So that difference in temperatures creates those lake effects, rain and snow showers. Now, future track precipitation for us shows that by the end of next week, we should be looking at about 3/4 of an inch to an inch of rain. Most of this will occur probably from Tuesday night into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. So that's about average for this time of year. That's good news because we've been dry. Temperatures, though, definitely on a warming trend. 43 for high tomorrow, 49 on Thursday, still a little bit below normal, but then we're at normal on Friday and then above normal temperatures this weekend and through much of next week. By Friday, we're back down to 50, but by that time, notice the average high temperature drops to 46 degrees. So we're losing about 4 to 5 degrees every 10 days in the average temperature this time of year. High temperatures didn't make it out of the 30s in northern Minnesota, far northern Wisconsin, and western portions of upper Michigan. Mainly 40s for high temperatures across the rest of the Midwest. A few places hit the 50-degree mark, but not too many, and that's because upper level winds are out of the north and northwest, bringing down colder Canadian air, but that also cuts off the supply of moisture. So other than the lake effect rain and snow showers, you have to go down to the south to see some rain across parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, but even that is not very heavy at this point. We'll zoom into our part of the Midwest and notice high pressure is located just out to the west of us. That keeps temperatures chilly. Already temperatures in some spots are in the upper 20s. Madison now down to 28 degrees. So our forecast calls for a high temperature tomorrow of 43, partly sunny, still continued chilly for this time of year, but we're back up to 49 on Thursday, 51 on Friday, mid-50s for Saturday and upper 50s for Sunday. That's when we turn our clocks back, go off of daylight saving time. And then by the middle of next week, we'll see the rain chances go up, maybe even see a couple of thunderstorms in there before temperatures drop off. Maybe by Friday night of next week, we could see some flakes of snow mixing with the rain showers.
Wisconsin football might not be ranked in the AP Top 25, but they did earn another ranking. We've got more coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection serves all of Dane County and the surrounding communities. And with our new location in Monroe, we also proudly serve all of Greene County.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Hi, I'm Rebecca from 90 Day Fiancé, and this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sonobello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down, and it's flat. Thank you again, Sonobello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
Avoid the crowds and save like it's Black Friday now at Grand Appliance. For a limited time, get Black Friday pricing plus up to $1,000 in additional Grand exclusive package savings on top brands. Like this Samsung stainless steel kitchen package with 25 cubic foot French door refrigerator and convection gas range for just $27.43. Shop in store or online at grandappliance.com. Grand Appliance. Appliance experts since 1930.
I became an orthopedic surgeon for a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons. To help you take walks again. To ease your pain.
To rebuild your strength.
and at every step along the way.
We take the time to answer all your questions.
We're here because we care.
We care about you.
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 They care about me.
Sauk Prairie Healthcare Orthopedics. Listening, healing, caring. It's in our nature.
When winter gets tough, get tougher. Outwork it. Outsmart it. Chew it up. Spit it back out. Put winter in its place with the X Series. Engineered for extreme. Visit your local Cub Cadet dealer for expert advice, superior service, and now, exceptional financing options. Take advantage of the X Series lineup today. To find a locally owned dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
While Wisconsin football might not have slid into the AP Top 25 after upsetting ranked Iowa this weekend, they did earn a spot in the college football playoff rankings. Announced earlier tonight, the Badgers come in number 21, joining 5 other Big Ten programs in the CFP rankings. Now 3 of them are in the top 10. Michigan State is 3rd, Ohio State 5th, and Michigan 7th. These rankings will be updated every week until the end of the season. And speaking of last weekend, everyone got introduced to the Grit Factory, a hat from Ragstock that's given to a player who forces a turnover. Its CEO is none other than Colin Wilder. The senior safety transferred back in 2018 from Houston, and when he first got here, he was not the same vocal guy we see on Saturdays. But through the years, he's come out of his shell, allowing him to really own his leadership role.
As he's grown, he's earned so much respect from our guys just with how he works and how much he cares about everybody. And now he's become so much more vocal and really consistent as far as the leadership that he provides, really both sides of the ball. And it really comes from his mindset and his commitment to the team and to the guys.
And don't forget, every Wednesday night during the football season, the Badger Blueprint airs right here on News 3. Wisconsin State Journal columnist Jim Polzine and sports director Zach Hanley will explore more of the Grit Factory, plus a preview of their matchup with Rutgers. The NFL trade deadline has come and gone, and as many expected, the Packers stayed quiet. So now the chess game begins in filling some positions that have been impacted due to injuries, namely at tight end. With Robert Tonyan officially on the injured reserve with a torn ACL, the Pack need to get to work to fill the dynamic playmaker's role.
I feel sick for him, just knowing how much that he puts into this game, not only during the season, but in the off season. He attacks it the right way, and you know, I know it's just a little blip on the radar for him. He'll be back, he'll be stronger, he'll be better, but certainly, you know, it's definitely disappointing for us as a football team, and I know it is for him personally as well.
Bucks looking to snap the 3-game skid in Detroit. They'll have to do without All-Star Chris Middleton. He tested positive for COVID-19, so they turn to the bench mob for some help. Jordan Nwora, pitching in big time, puts up and throws down 2 of his 16. Milwaukee starts to pull away later in the game. Plenty of input from Giannis, once again leading the way across the board. 28 points, 8 boards, and 9 assists. Back in business, the Bucks win 117-89. We'll be right back.
That's right. Look what I found, says Giannis. And man, this was fun to watch tonight.
Bad City movie. You haven't seen moves like these before.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
It's the retirement you deserve with Physicians Mutual, where we help you understand Medicare so you're not in a fog. Flour? Oh, it's that cooking class you always wanted to take.
I love pizza.
And since you'll have the coverage you need, you can enjoy treasured moments with the grandkids like this.
Cool car.
Can I ride?
Yeah, in about 50 years.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. There's a sense of pride, community, and work ethic that's second to none. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. We've been here and will continue to be here for as long as you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's time to get holiday ready with Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks. Or with Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And come home in a Ford Bronco Sport. That's how you get holiday ready. Get a Ford F-150 with 0 for 60 and 500 retail bonus cash, plus complimentary maintenance when you sign up for Ford Pass Rewards. See your Ford dealer today.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Man City moving. You haven't seen moves like these before.
Measuring jump around on a seismic scale Thursday at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
And Gary's here with the final check of our forecast.
Well, it's clear out there, but it is cold. Live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam showing clear skies down to 28 right now in Madison. Temperatures upper 20s, lower 30s across the entire part of southern Wisconsin. 23 for the overnight low. Look for partly sunny skies tomorrow, high of 43, but then temperatures start to ease up. 49 on Thursday, 51 Friday, 54 Saturday, and 58 on Sunday. Dry weather through Tuesday of next week, then some showers, maybe a few isolated thunderstorms Wednesday and Thursday. A little cooler on Friday, and by Friday night, could even mix in a few flakes of snow.
Of course. Thank you, Gary. And thank you for joining us. Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.